maybe happy ending.
Yeah.
I loved it.
It was so cool.
Hi, I'm Reba Hervis, Artistic Director at Overshadowed Theatrical Productions. Welcome to this week's episode From the Wings with Jessica Means. So when I first heard the premise, really literally the only reason I wanted to go because Darren Criss, and I thought, how can anybody play a robot and do it well? Oh, it's such a sweet story.
Take flight. Good morning, talking about the earth things. Good morning, it's me and me from the wings. From the winds.
It might sound silly to all of you, but it's such a sweet story.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. The premise is Darren Criss's character is a humanoid robot that has been discarded by his owner, but he is unaware that he has been discarded. And he's kind of living in this area where the retirement area for old robots. And he is a third generation model, and the girl at the pod next door is a 5th generation, but because she's newer, she doesn't hold a charge as well. And so she needs to borrow his charger, and she kind of shakes up his world. He's seemingly happy,
right.
And she kind of shakes things up, and she's a robot too, and they have
there's a lot of
little robot hearts fall in love.
I know, it's so sweet. And so the robot, Darren, loves jazz because that's what he was trained and taught to do. And he has all these flashbacks with his former owner of lessons that he taught him and things that he told him. And one of the things he said is that he kind of led him to believe that he was going to come back for him, or that somebody was going to send for him, and that he was not just sending him to an old folks home or old retirement home, right, for robots. Because what we find out later in the story is once that happens, then they kind of put you on a list, and you can't get replacement parts, and they won't do anything for you, and eventually you're just gonna kind of be dismantled, and there is no hope for you to continue as a robot. I think it has so many messages for us in life that is one of the things we kind of do, right? It's like there's nobody to really take care of you. You don't really have a place in my world anymore, so we'll just send you to a retirement home, and eventually all your parts, your heart, your lung, everything is just it's not gonna work anymore, and that will be it. I recently had to go through that with my mother. It's like, what am she doesn't want to live in the north, so what am I going to do with her? She cannot take care of herself anymore, and that struggle that was so very, very painful for me. Yeah. And the fact that as I get older, is like, well, my parts are going to wear out one time, and I'm a lot closer to dying today than I was yesterday, right? Because that's just life. I never would have thought that a play about robots would make me cry, but it did. It moved me completely.
But it wasn't one of those like raw,
right,
dig deep into like the horrific moments of your life, throw it on the stage. It was subtle, but are we allowed to spoil the ending or no?
Can you put at what point there's a spoiler or so? Okay. So we're going to spoil something for you right now. So if you do not want to see what's going to happen, you can come back at whatever minutes Rebecca edits at the bottom of this. Right. So spoiler.
So for me, I love what touched your heart, but for me it was the idea. They fall in love, and then she is realizing she doesn't have very much time left, and she makes a choice. It kind of goes with, do you want to forget so it doesn't hurt? Or do you want to remember loss? And
because what will hurt you more?
Yeah.
To have never experienced it and not know, or to not have it anymore.
And what's the better happy ending?
Yeah.
To have loved and lost and felt it, or to never have and been blissfully ignorant?
That's why it's maybe happy ending.
And she wipes her memory and he doesn't. And then she goes and borrows it again, his charging cord, and he looks and you know,
Kind of winks.
like winks, because he know it's happening again. Like they couldn't, and like the cycle, because they are supposed to be together, right? And so she borrows his cord again, and he knows the journey is going to begin again, and it's okay.
And he's so happy. He's so happy. It was so great. He's like, okay, I'm ready for this. I was waiting for the day that your battery died.
So it's just, to me, it's pondering some of those things that we deal with as humans, right? That are so human, and a robot is going through it. And then there's also the other aspect that as we keep trying to make robots more and more like us, and our technology is growing and growing, and humans are creating the way robots think, so they're mimicking human emotions. Is this something that could happen, right?
Yeah.
Which is a wild thing to think about. And so I just think that this book explored some really complex emotions in an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah.
It didn't have an
So
intermission.
short, yes.
And so I think it was a brilliant book. And it was visually
Stunning.
The fireflies.
The
fireflies.
I'm noticing that there's fireflies like on the edge of the balcony, and like in different places. I looked at Jessica and I was like, there's fireflies.
so
They're
cool.
they're like, and it's seemingly like floating around us, not just on the stage. It was beautiful.
And then they had the orchestra come on the revolving set part, and so the orchestra pieces are spinning, and they're around the fireflies, and it looks like they're in like the pond area. It was just beautiful. And they did a lot with like boxes,
which is why
and framing,
he got nominated
and
for scenic design.
and the
right?
lighting.
Yeah. The proscenium was kind of like when we went to see Back to the Future, where you felt like there was like these computer graphic screen that was kind of coming at you a little bit too. And I felt like that was also very immersive for us as well. Yeah.
And they played with some video for the flashbacks, memories of the robots. I'll give you my memories if you give me your memories. When this tours, it will tour well.
Yes.
I believe it, even if Darren, Chris, and this girl aren't in the tour.
I am happy I saw Darren Criss.
Oh,
though.
absolutely.
But
He was
yes,
brilliant.
even without him.
But I think that this will be something that tours well. I think some of the other things we saw will be fine, like a smash. With a tour, it will be fun.
Don't go see Floyd Collins. Anyway, go ahead.
But Sunset Boulevard, I think, could be a hit or a miss.
Yeah, depending on
who's leading the show.
I agree.
But this is one that I think there's probably going to have to be some set modifications on the tour, because there's a lot of like levels and things coming from the bottom of under the stage, elevator situations, a lot of moving pieces. But I do think that this will tour pretty similarly.
And you need to go see it.
It's
just really
beautiful.
sweet. It's just really nice. So when we got done seeing this one, we kind of revamped our scoring on everything because it took us so much by surprise, because it just was, you know, when theater makes you feel something, it automatically makes you like it better, right? And so what would you give it?
Well, I was going to ask you. Now I'm curious. I don't know if we ever gave it a number.
And I don't hardly ever give halves, but I think I'm going to give it an 8.5.
That's probably where I'd give it to.
Yeah.
It just isn't a 9 to me.
Yes, I agree. And which is why I moved Sunset Boulevard up, because I think when we saw it, I gave it an 8. And then I was like, well, I think it really deserves to be a 9. I really do. But this is completely different. And it's higher than an 8, but it's not quite a 9. So an 8.5, which I think is pretty good for us.
Now, would you say that there's anything inappropriate? They do go to that one hotel, but it's all done as a joke.
Yeah, I don't think that they have this scene where they're talking about like they start to like stay with each other all the time instead of her going back to her apartment. But I mean, and they're talking about like they're sitting on the couch and they're cuddling and their legs are intertwined. And so there's a part where they talk about it.
It's like innocent, but there's implications that like.
But they're robots.
So they only robot.
Yes.
Exist together.
So yes, the subject is teased, I guess, is the right way to put it. Yeah. I'm super glad that we had the experience and we learned a lot and we had a lot of great time. So on your next trip to New York, make sure that you check out some of our reviews where we talk about different things before you go, so you can make a wise decision about where to spend your money, because people. Prices on Broadway are going up these days. There were plays that we could not see because the tickets were like
$700, $800.
$700, $800, $1,000. And so as prices go up, make sure you spend the money where you want to. And the way to find that out is here. So until next time, this is just me
And me.
talking to you
From the wings. I would take my kids to this.
Yeah, me too.
Well,
Anyway,
your kids are my age.
Well, I meant when they were little, I would have taken them. Goodness.